What's going on? Oh, my bad. What's happening, party people? This is your boy Damien. Uh, let's see. I really want to get into this WrestleMania 32. I think that it's gonna be huge, obviously, just attendance alone. But I think they're gonna make this card a really, really strong card. Not sure how strong you can get on it, but I'm pretty much guaranteeing that you're gonna have a pretty strong card. You're probably looking at probably Ronda Rousey probably making an appearance or probably even having a match, which is probably the reason why she probably will have a match, because her next fight will be in January against Holly Holm, and she could have took that fight a lot sooner, but she decided to take it in January because she knows after that she's basically got nothing else until the summertime. So that frees up her schedule basically as far as fight wise. She's the champ too, so. But you probably have Ronda Rousey probably in the square circle. I'm not sure who should go against. Would it be Stephanie? That's a possibility. That's what people are looking at and leaning forward and towards to. Um, who knows? Or it could be like a tag match of some sort with, you know, her and Triple H against The Rock and Rousey, which would be cool. But I think that would take away from The Rock and Triple H's match, and that match is probably a match that's going to happen more than likely. They've hyped it up for a while. So you're looking at, you know, a possible Rousey and Stephanie McMahon, and a possible Triple H and The Rock, which is probably more than likely going to happen. And then that leaves the age-old question of what to do with The Undertaker. Do you really want to see The Undertaker wrestle Brock Lesnar all the way at Mania? Or do you want to see The Undertaker wrestle Sting? Or whoever else? Do you want to see, heck, The Undertaker wrestle John Cena? You know, and that's one that it kind of came up and it kind of threw me off a little bit, because, you know, that kind of was a late circulation out there from people or whatever. But I think that would be interesting. John Cena can take that loss and Undertaker can take that win in his final one. I think that makes a lot of sense, and you can actually make that bigger than what it could be. Then another thing you got is what's going on with Brock Lesnar. Is there a possible Lesnar Reigns rematch? There's so many possibilities you can do, so many things you can run with, and let's not forget too, on another side note, that Sheamus does have the briefcase, and more than likely he's going to cash it in before WrestleMania. I don't see him cashing it in at Mania or even the Monday Night Raw after Mania. I just don't see that happening. He's going to have that belt going into SummerSlam probably, and if he doesn't, then he'll probably be in some type of a three-way or something. It's hard to say, but I think that's what's going to happen with Sheamus. And like in my first video, how I stressed on having somebody give Ryback a good feud. I'm not sure who that can quite be. Would it be a Kevin Owens? That would be really, really good and interesting. And if that's the case, will Ryback have the title going into Mania? Possibly drop it at Mania, whether it be Owens or whoever. Maybe even Cesaro. I really lean in Cesaro and Owens because they put on great matches. They're both physical, and even though Owens has just been in the WWE for like 6.5 minutes, from what he's done and who he is and how he's presented himself as a whole, he deserves to get a belt. You know, I mean, it takes some people longer to get a belt, but I think with him, I think he deserves to get a belt. I think that Ryback, I want Ryback to be Intercontinental Champion for a while, or at least get that belt a few times. Him being World Heavyweight Championship may not be anytime soon or in the near future, because you've got some real heat with Rollins, Reigns, Lesnar, Ambrose, and a possible Bray Wyatt picking up that title somewhere. Who knows? But it's gonna be really good and really interesting. I still think somewhere down the line, maybe in the next few years, there's probably going to be a Shield reunion. As hard as that is to believe right now, but I think there's a possible Shield reunion. But who knows? But Mania, and the reason why I think 32 is going to be big, also with having the tag team championship, it's been crazy. You got the Dudleys back in the mix. Do not forget about Tyson Kidd if he comes back. The Usos, and then of course, you know, the primetime players want it back. The New Day is hunted. It's out there. It is wide open. Who's to say they may not just throw a curveball at everybody and have either the Lucha Dragons or Los Matadores pick up the titles, whether it's before Mania or during Mania or the night after Mania? I don't know. It's hard to say. But I'm not even really going to do too much talking about the Divas division. It just all depends on, are they going to have another tag team elimination? Are they going to have a battle royal? Is there going to be possible 2 Divas matches? Like probably one is a tag team and the other one is like for the Divas championship? That remains to be seen. I think that division is going to be alright. Probably even, if you want to, get another group involved. I mean, I know people are kind of burnt out on Natty, not really tripping on Emma. But, you know, why not get, well, unless NXT decides to go ahead and bring Bayley up, then you got to get somebody to team up with, say, Emma and Natalya. And let that be something interesting. I mean, hey, why not? You know, you got all these other teams. I'm pretty sure these other divas want to get involved in the mix and everything. That leads to actually opening up a tag team division for the divas. Having that many divas can actually create a tag team division. So there are so many possibilities, and I mean so many. You're probably looking at, again, another match on the pre-show and another battle royal probably on the pre-show. And I think you're probably going to have a couple of Divas matches. I don't see them putting a Divas match in the pre-show unless they were to decide to do 3 matches. You know, but I don't know exactly how that can play out. But what I do know is that there's a lot going on right now. We don't even know what's going on with Seth Rollins. I mean, will he have the title going into Mania? Will he drop it? Will he drop it at Royal Rumble or something? I mean, who knows? The Sheamus going to end up cashing it in on him. But here's my thing that I'm thinking about some things early on. And I'm throwing this out here. I'll be the first one to say it, or, you know, I'm just going to be like, well, this guy's tripping. But I think Sting is going to get the belt from Rollins. Everybody's used to Rollins pulling off the victory, getting some kind of a cheap win or a cheat win, not winning cleanly. But that's going to happen to him. Somehow, some way, there might be some type of interference of some sort or whatever. Sting is going to get that title. How long he holds it, I don't know. I can't see it being really long, him being on the road like that. But I do know that he'll have a match at 32. Don't see him having the belt. I mean, I just don't see him having the belt. I would be stunned if Sting was to have the title going into Mania. Then you pretty much would have to have The Undertaker go up against him. You'd have to have The Undertaker win, and you'd have to have The Undertaker retire the belt, or retire, on Monday Night Raw the night after, and then you got a tournament going on for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. As for the United States title, not sure how long they're gonna have Rollins hold on to that, or if Cena would ever get it back. We don't know how that'll play out, but excuse me. Sorry guys, I'm tired. But overall, I think it's gonna be really interesting to see what they're gonna do with that. Could Ambrose probably get a hold of that belt again, or like I said, going back to Cesaro or Kevin Owens or somebody. Maybe Neville, maybe. Who knows? Him and Rollins put on a heck of a match, so it's a good possibility if Rollins still has that title. But I think overall, in the nutshell, WrestleMania 32 is probably going to be the biggest one. If they do it right, it probably will be the biggest one, because you got the Jerryland. It's just a monstrosity, and they have extra seats they haven't even put out there that they can expand to over 100 something thousand. The matches should be legit. Star power with Ronda Rousey. Maybe they might have another celebrity in the mix eventually. I don't know. I honestly think you've got to do something with John Cena. If the people can, now I know people are sick of Cena. I'm personally not. I'm very happy and satisfied with John Cena. He's the face of the company still, even though Rollins is the champ. But everybody knows and loves John Cena. At least the younger people do. But what you got going on here, you have to do something major with John Cena. I mean, he basically fought everybody that he can fight. But who are you going to have? It's almost like, is it going to be Sting and John Cena? I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing out possibilities, people. I'm just throwing out major possibilities, because we just don't know. We just don't know what the setup can be. The only thing that's probably a given at this point is that Triple H and The Rock are probably going to have their match. Ronda Rousey is probably going to be at Mania, and if so, in a match, it's a possibility she's going to be up against Stephanie McMahon for the most part. I think that obviously The Undertaker, he'll have his last match. Supposedly, we'll see how that goes, but he'll have his last match, and tag team division. That no matter what, that match is going to be exciting, especially if they go back to tables, ladders, and chairs in a Mania. Man, come on, man! Those matches stole the shows at other Manias, so unlimited possibilities in how you can set this up. Tremendous star power. You got to think of the names that are going to be involved and that could be involved in Mania. You got a strong mid card. I'll say, if you're not going to have like Owens and Cesaro in the mix for the WWE title, they could be going and having. I mean, you can have a real serious horse race for the Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. It's all around great. It's going to be good. Even matches that aren't going to be title matches should also still be big, if not the biggest. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why the heck I'm so tired. But I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I do want to say that, you know what, I'm not going to close it out yet. I want to talk about, for those of you who have not gone to a WrestleMania, go. I don't care if you got to get one ticket for that day and go on that day, whether you got to drive some hours or you take a flight or some sort of something or whatever, and you just go for that day in the highest seats in the dang stadium. You got to be there. You can't not be there. 31 was my first one. I was sitting in section 401. Look at the seating chart. You'll see what I'm talking about. It still wasn't a bad seat. But you gotta go. The electricity in the air, the atmosphere, the emotions, the excitement from kids to grown folks. It's like, come on, you gotta be there. As a wrestling fan, you cannot go on throughout your life not going to at least one. Now I understand, money is a real deal Holyfield type of thing. I've been through that in this last one. But Plan ahead. First off with the hotel. If you know you got some money to where you can put some money aside for each different thing each time, do it. Start with the hotel. It doesn't have to be nothing big time because this is your WrestleMania weekend or your first time going or whatever. It doesn't have to be big. Get a Days Inn or something like that. But just get your hotel room. Number one, get that reserved. Number two, if money's looking funny, just get a ticket. If you got friends that are going to go, then you need to tell them, look, just get your ticket. Or we can get them at the same time if you're going to sit together. Have them give the money or however that works, however you guys are going to do that. Because you have the hotel room. They'll have them kick in on the hotel room. You know, and like I said, it doesn't even have to be an expensive or a pretty pricey hotel room. So you got your hotel knocked out. You got your tickets. Then you got to do things like, do you want to go to the Hall of Fame? If you don't want to go to the Hall of Fame, do you want to go to Raw? If you don't want to go to Raw, then go to Access. I didn't get to go to Access. I only went to Mania on Mania Day. But go to Access, feel that experience. Go to possible the NXT show, more than likely. That's probably like the night before or 2 nights before or something. Do something out there. Buy some things out there. You can't go, look, your ticket will be your souvenir. Your pictures and videos, that's another thing too. I don't know how big you guys might be on YouTube or whatever. Take tons of pictures. Take a lot of video. Make sure you record right, obviously. I didn't record right. If you go to my videos on my page, Damian Powell, and look at my videos, I didn't record them right. I had the skinny version up. I didn't do it right. I was very upset about it. They were short videos. If you got enough room to make longer videos, go ahead and do that. But your whole experience you want to have and bring home with you, post it or just keep it to yourself. Do that. But you've got to experience WrestleMania weekend or day. You've got to experience those things. You have to. It was by far an unbelievable experience for me. Sitting under the pyro and the fireworks says Rollins cashed in and ended the show, and just sitting there in awe and amazement from the start of the show with Daniel Bryan coming out as the first wrestler coming out, crowd going crazy, yeses all over the place, to Randy Orton's unbelievable RKO to put away Seth Rollins, to Triple H's Terminator entrance. You cannot miss this. It's going to be great when you watch it on the network. That's fine. You can watch it as many times as you want, but you gotta be there. You've gotta be there. If you're tripping on, it's pricey, it's a lot of stuff, I'm gonna do a lot of saving, then don't try to do the packages. Don't try to do this and that. Get a ticket. Them tickets up top cost no more than like $60 to $80, something like that. Knock that out. Just knock that out. Reserve your hotel like now. Go on there. Look at the surrounding hotels. If you just want to walk to the stadium or something like that, if you're only doing Mania or something like that, then get a hotel close to the stadium. If you're gonna do like Access and Raw and NXT or whatever like that, you know, probably get a hotel somewhere near close to downtown Dallas, close to American Airlines Arena or something like that. But you've got to do it. It's great. You'll just be happy and satisfied with the whole deal. And pretty much from what I can say about everything is that you have got to do this bad boy. You've got to do it. I don't care how you do it, whether you little cheap motel, a little Days Inn or something like that, something a little cheap. Get a little cheap seat ticket. And look, at Jerryland, you get the cheap seat tickets are arguably the best tickets in the house because you got the giant HD screens on all 4 sides. There's no bad seat in the house when you go there this year. No bad seat. So get some seats up top. Be a part of the 100,000+. I'm gonna try to do my best to get that going. I'm in California. That means I've got to get a plane ticket. You know, and you know, a couple other things I got to take care of. my plan is to go. I'll be disappointed if I don't, but I'm still going to be watching. But if I get to go, I'm there. You guys should come look me up if I go. But I have plenty more videos way before it's time for all that to go down. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of this. You don't have to do... Look, I'm not saying don't do packages. Do the packages if you can do it. If you can afford it, do it. Do the best one that you can. Because they take care of basically everything. But if you can't do it and you're going a cheap route, start getting your stuff now. Start doing your hotel. Start putting money away for your cheap seat ticket and everything else that comes along. Because like Access is be like a $40 ticket. Raw would be like a $40 to $50 to $60 ticket. You know, you got unlimited options. Unlimited. So what you got to do, handle your business on that. It's going to take from now all the way till, heck, February, March. If you're not strong on your money, or if you're strong on your money and you can knock stuff out in a few months, then you're good to go. You can't miss out on this. You can't. And that's all for this video. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I don't know what my next video will be. I will let you guys know at that time. But I'm telling you right now, subscribe to my page, Damian Powell, on YouTube. Check me out on Skype if you can, Damian P for real. And we'll go on from there.